every nook and cranny around the country to find out what you, the ordinary South African, feels around these elections, asking you what you're planning to do around your voting and so on. But with that, let's cross to my colleague Abra Barbier, who's standing by for us in the Western Cape. Abra?
A very good afternoon to you. Yes, you are right. We are all over the country. I happen to be in one of the most beautiful parts of the country. I've been deployed to the Southern Cape, one of my favorite parts of the country. I am currently in Mossel Bay, and it is very quiet here in Mossel Bay. Mossel Bay, of course, has been voted to be the best municipality. This was recently a vote done recently, and we are going to be speaking to the local Chamber of Business later on this afternoon about what makes Mossel Bay tick and why this is such a wonderful town to live in. We were also in George. That's where we are based for the elections. We were in George. George has also an online international survey voted or ranked George to be the best place or the town with the best standard of living. So this was an online survey, and residents, of course, they voted for their town. George, however, was also recently rocked by protests, and these are protests which, like in other parts of the country, deal with service delivery. And what is happening in George at the moment is that between 50 and 70 families are moving to George. George used to be a retirement village, right? It was a very laid-back town. My colleague actually who lives in the area, Speedway, said to me yesterday, we actually have traffic in George now. And he's basing this on the amount of people who are relocating to the area. It's no longer a retirement village. Younger couples are moving to the area, finding business opportunities between 50 to 70 a month. Of course, this is putting a strain on service deliveries at hospitals and at schools. In one of the other areas in Georgia as well, there's been a big fight with residents, those who don't qualify for subsidized bonds. There's a government scheme running at the moment, and anybody earning from 3,500 rand to 20,000 rand, they qualify for the government, the subsidized scheme. Those of those earning less, they get RDP homes. But there seems to be a tussle in that regard, because people who qualify for the bond, for the subsidized bond, they too now also want the free RDP houses, because they say they can't actually afford the bonds. We've also been to Knysna, where we were speaking to people on the ground. Knysna, of course, is a very interesting and diverse community, definitely a gem in this country. Lots of the people I spoke to said that they will be voting tomorrow. They are voting for change, they are voting for better quality of life, they are voting for a party who can promise them that it will tackle crime, a party who can give them housing. There is, however, one specific community in Georgia, and that's the Rastafari community, who they reside in an area called Judas Square. It's the largest Rastafari community in the country, and based on their beliefs, they won't be going to the polls tomorrow, because they say that it's not part of their belief to go and vote. They're not discouraging any other of their members to not go and vote. They say if any of their members do feel that there is a party who can make a difference for them, they encourage them to go and vote. But as a collective, they say they will not be going to the polls tomorrow, because in fact, what they said is all politicians are the same. They're all birds of the same feather, and up until such time that they believe there is somebody who can represent them and speak to them, they won't be going to the polls tomorrow. But at the moment, what I've seen in the Southern Cape, it's peaceful. We're not expecting any hotspots. We're not expecting any drama. But of course, we will be staying in touch with you, and we will be updating you with events as they go by. So I will probably be speaking to you later. Nompu?
Thanks very much for that, Abra. And so now we cross to